Okay, so now here working on my crane. Uploaded a short about it, but anyway, here's a to make a good video here with this. Anyway, so this here is my new to me um, auto crane. It is a so I've done some digging around. Posted on the Facebook group I'm in pictures of it. A couple guys told me what model they think it was, so I had got a link to a website. Um, it's called B&B Cranes. They pretty much manufacture service bodies, offer the crane bodies and all that too. But anyway, their website provides manuals for auto crane and other major brands, and found on their website, just by judging by the pictures, this is a legacy model crane. Um, it is a 2403 PRX, and the only reason why I say it's a PRX is because it has three solenoid block controls for the hydraulics. Um, so it has hydraulic lift and lower on the boom. It has obviously the electric winch, um, hydraulic left and right turn, and hydraulic extend. So on the extend part, this is what was throwing a lot of guys off, is because it has a manual pull out extend, but it does not. It had a hydraulic cylinder for the extension. The guy that I got it from had removed this cylinder to install it on a crane that he has. So, also watched another YouTube video um, on like auto crane, and they said that they used to, for cranes that are lower than, I think it's 4,000 capacity or the 4,000 model numbers, they put these serial numbers on the base plate. So he said it'd be a month and a year on the end, and then before that was it's yeah. That's how they decipher on what crane belongs to what. So I guess this one was manufactured in February of '84, and yeah. So I have opted to. So first off, let me just get this out too. So I got this crane on trade, partial trade. So I traded one of my small Husqvarna chainsaws. It was a 455 Rancher, and I gave him $200 cash. So I was like, heck yeah, because I've been looking for a crane for like a couple of years now, and I just found this one just by the look up on Facebook Marketplace. So he said he didn't have a controller, and obviously the winch motor's missing, and the cable's like frayed. Um, you can see the end of it over there. But I haven't really cared much for the winch motor. I mean, I did do some research on it. If I were to get one to replace it from Auto Crane, it'd be $1,900. I was like, no, not gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna potentially remove that gearbox. Yeah, it's raining, I know, but I'm out here doing this because I need to get this thing going so I can get that unit installed right there. So potentially I'm going to remove this gearbox, leave the boom, the way it is. I'm going to try to get this cable out of here as well, and I'm going to install a 9,000 pound winch on top of the boom there, and just have it, fed out to the end. So, and then that's really all my plans are for now with it. I was gonna mount like the winch back here, and then just run the cable through the arm and to the end, like that one's set up. But I was like, no, I ain't gonna do all that. So he said he didn't have a controller either. So I did find the controller. This is a 11 pin or 10 pin. I can't remember now. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, yeah, this one's the 10 pin connector. So I found the controller, factory controller with all the buttons, the 4 options, for it, and it was almost $1,000. I could have found one. I found one on eBay for like 800, and I was like, that's, I'm not about to dump that much in this thing. I really ain't. So what I did was I played with it a little bit, got it going. Got power cable ran from front of my truck to the battery back here. It's self grounds through the chassis. Um, the box is already mounted up to the frame. The only other thing I do have to add is an outrigger. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do that yet, but so the electrical part of it, so here's a base rundown. Sorry, here's a base rundown of what these solenoids do. So these two up top are for the hoist, meaning this electric winch right here. So this is down, this one's up, or vice versa, whichever. And then this one down here is for the hydraulic motor, or the hydraulic pump motor. So that's the only solenoids that operate the main functions. So well, not main functions, but that's what those solenoids operate. These down here are hydraulic actuators, electric hydraulic actuators. All this is 12 volts. So you have 2 inputs, one for the left side and one for the right side on these solenoids. So originally it went into a terminal block. All these wires that you can see is that one there, as you can see of that one there. On camera. Yeah, as you can see with that one, they're all frayed out, and the conductor, or not conductor, the insulation's rotted off of them. So what I did was I just pretty much stripped the wires and cut them. Put new wires on it, the ones that were going to be used. I know it looks like a bird's nest, but I mean it works for now until I can get some wire loom put on it. I don't have any wire loom, I couldn't find it. Same with this cable. So I got those wired up and all butted together and electrical tape and sealed up there. And this cable, 12 foot is what I cut the length at. And I got it going up to my little controller here. So this controller was originally wireless. I had found this thing on the side of the road, actually. So it's got magnets on the back of it, which is fantastic. But some of y'all may be familiar with the Service Smart. So I assume this is for a crane. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is for a crane, or a wrecker with the wireless controls. So I found this controller on the side of the road like 2 years ago. Actually, longer than that, because it was when we moved this house in here. And oh gosh, that's been like 4. Yeah, that's been 4 years ago actually. And it's been in my enclosed trailer for a while. So I was like, I didn't want to throw it away, because I was like, maybe I can use it for something. So, and look at there, 4 years later. So this is why you never throw stuff away that you find, especially when you kind of tell people about it and nobody claims up saying, hey, it's mine. So, but anyway, so I have this switch and this one wired up currently. The red button is for the hydraulic motor. So I'm trying to go through the functions here, because I haven't tested it yet since I finished wiring it up just a little bit ago. So I'm going to hit the hydro motor, and then I'm going to just operate it. It's down. Let's bring it up. This should be turned. Yep. Perfect. And just push the red button, turn the hydro off. Sweet. Heck yeah. So, looks like this motor's already, I don't know if you can barely see it. Yeah, this thing's starting to steam, burn off the burn off the moisture on top of it. So I may have to potentially opt into trying to find another motor for this thing. I have all the part numbers for it, because I did download the manual, so I have all the part numbers for every piece of nut and bolt, solenoid, all the way down to this cap for this thing. So I'm looking to trying to find another motor, because I don't know. Obviously, this thing was made in '84, and this is probably the original motor, and I don't know if it's it's going to last forever. Nothing does. I don't even want to open it and look at the brushes, because it's probably going to scare me or quit working if I do open it and try to clean something, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, this is a Autocrane Legacy model 2403 PRX, and I'm not sure the capacity. I want to say it was 2,000 or something like that, or 5,000. No, it wasn't 5,000. I'm pretty sure it was 2,000. So 24 would be, because the model numbers, pretty much stated how they were, what their capacity was. So, but I think I remember reading this one was either 25 working and 5,000 max or something like that. So 5,000 with being the rigging, having a mechanical advantage with pulleys. But like I said, I'm gonna have a 9,000-pound winch on here. For now, it's gonna be just a single just change of direction. I may loop it and drop a snatch block on the end. I don't know yet how I want to do that, but anyway, that's it. That's all I got for now. I'm going to, on my septic channel, I'm going to make a video of installing this sewage pump into a lift station. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. So, if whoever was fault, I know I got some subscribers, but anyway, my oxygen acetylene tanks stayed where they were. I did move the hose reel over to this side of the truck because it was just gonna be in the way, and I just done it to do it, really, honestly. But now that it's now that this thing is actually mounted up here, it don't look like it would have caused any bit of an issue. But I didn't want this thing, the boom coming down and leaking down and resting on that and bending it or even breaking it to the point where I'm, pissed off at it and just been like, I should have moved it. But, so the hydraulics of the system are okay. I do want to get more hydraulic lines. I do want to get some hydraulic lines rebuilt for this thing. I'll eventually get to that. These two right here are really the main ones. They look like they've been recently replaced anyway. When I had them loose, flexed them, they didn't have any cracking or anything in the sheath. So now that 90 right there, you see that gold spot on it? I had to braze that, because when I was working on it yesterday, it had sprung a leak. So in that bin, I don't know why rust does that to this fittings, but it just ate it out and caused a leak. So I brazed that up, patched it up, and went on with my day. And that's it. So stay tuned for projects with this. Thanks.